since you guys wanted it so bad, we is now back with some. The reception on the last vid went crazy, and you guys even put some other K-dramas you want me to watch, which I'ma get to. But these last 4 episodes, especially episode 6, bro, I don't even know what to say. I was watching like these, but I'm not even gonna yap for too long. Let's get straight to the peak. Okay, so the scene starts off right where we left off, with Hyeon-ju and Woo-Jin hitting about a 400-meter dash straight to the car, holding these heavy ass bags filled with Shamik Moore's Riz attempts, straight bricks weighing them down. And these guys ain't even trying to run like that. Bro's looking back at them, hitting the moonwalk backwards. Brother, peep how far you've got left. This how guys be a week into the talking stage, be hyped as hell saying they fell asleep on the phone together. Well, I've got news for you, don't ease up yet. That free trial just ended. She gon' ghost your ass in about 2 days. They must have never seen a horror movie. You've got to straight book it, don't look back once. But they realize they ain't gonna make it carrying these bags of pure gold, so they drop them to speed up. And just peep the way she's running, dog. Why is she running like it hurts? I'm watching this thinking they're about to be free eats purely because of her. Bro, she's literally jogging. Woo-Jin's over here trying to tell her to speed up. Bro, I would have been left her. I don't need to be faster than them, I just need to be faster than you. And the goons don't even want it that bad as well, cause when they get to the car, they is speed walking. All of them would have been fired on the spot. They ain't even been in a scrap before this. This is the first 5 minutes of their shift and they're already tired. Bro dropping his head like he's been on a 50-hour shift. Brother, you were just asleep in the car chase 2 seconds ago like these. But anyways, they get away with part of the money having to leave behind the gold bars and the dollars, and we cut back to the ultimate menace, Beom, tied up after Geon-woo and Woo-Jin beat the bricks off, bro. They was really hitting bro with the combos of doom. This how Cap and Bucky were doing Iron Man, straight molly whooping him. And this beast of a man gon' break out the zip ties with brute strength. Bro, I don't think you guys know how hard this is. I've seen guys struggle to get out of bed, let alone zip ties, and he ain't even used a method, just said, get this. But he then leaves looking like Homelander, and the squad bring the money back to Mr. Choi's crib, and Brody worried. But this how you know he's a good guy. Didn't even care about the bread, he just asked if the kids were okay first. A lot of guys would have asked where the money is. Brother, you wouldn't be ashamed of yourselves. But we then fast forward to the next day with Scar, Popo and Lamo in a meeting, and Lamo's over here talking crazy like he's the big dog, telling Popo he don't like his tone as he's giving the report. Dog, you bark like these. And let me not even bring up how much of a coward you are. Nigga got his first ski, he tryna pay the par. Whole time he grew up in a gated community. His mother's the head of the school council, Timothy Starb. Even Scar had to tell bro to chill out, he's getting a bit too big for his boots. He then tells Lamo to leave cause he wants to talk to Popo one-on-one, so he leaves and Scar starts to tell bro that he should tell Lamo. He's a coward and untrustworthy. Peep how geeked bro got. Brody got the biggest smile on his face, he's just trying to keep composure. I get the same face after seeing couples break up in public. It make my whole day for real. Could go from looking like fine shit just rejected me to walking around like these. We then pan over to Mr. Choi and Geon-woo talking, and Mr. Choi tells him that his debt is now over for the 1-year pay advance. He's now free to go enjoy his life, telling him to go open a new store on Jeju Island, anywhere but there. Trying to set him up to see Chimera Ants getting freaky. Dog, no. And that boy Geon-woo gon' make it worse, pulling up at the very last moment to save me. Brody was thinking of what line to say when he pulls up. Dog, you suck, help me. But Geon-woo's talking about some iron. He trying to see this all the way through. After getting this scar, the get back will be legendary. So the squad then go out to eat with Achilles, and out of nowhere, Woo-Jin's just a specialist in sashimi. Brody started reading out all the stats like it's nothing. This how guys get the second the Huz come around, suddenly turn into the most educated nigga on the planet. 5 seconds before they was talking about some water isn't wet. You stupid. But Tom then pulls up, and these two are basically clones, got the same cut and everything. Went to the barbers, told him,
let me get what Lee got.
And Achilles may have dropped the hardest line right here, cause Hyeon-ju asks if he's scared of death, and he gon' say, Tell me this man ain't the GOAT. This may have been the hardest line I've ever heard. These types of lines are reserved for the coldest characters. I heard Javante Davis try sneaking with these. They kicked him out immediately. Anyways, they then start to talk about the plan of action, seeing that they're gonna move tonight with Tom and Hyeon-ju going to get Lamo and Achilles, Geon-woo and Woo-Jin kidnap Popo. So we then go through a whole training arc with Woo-Jin and Geon-woo learning how to fight against knifers and Hyeon-ju learning how to hit a drive-by, and we cut to Beom at the hospital. And just when I thought the ministry levels couldn't get any higher, he pulls up on a group of goons playing cards, and for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Nigga, what was this for? He pulled up through the elevator, looked around and saw them playing cards and said, "Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?" This genuinely might be the most love of the game thing I've ever seen in a minute. Just look at his face. Is this nigga serious? Brody over here ain't got none of the smoke. But we then fast forward and it's now time for both groups to hit the lick at the same time. And as Tom is waiting, we find out he not only has a wife but a kid on the way. The red flags are just popping up one by one. I already knew he was cooked from here on out. This like seeing that one scene with Tsunade and Jiraiya. From then on, I was looking at my screen like these. But Lamo then pulls up to the spot and Tom gets ready to smoke him while Hyeon-ju pulls up from the other building across the street. And cause she was coming down, she didn't see the other car come in the spot, the one that Scar told Popo to tell Lamo. But Tom then pulls up on Lamo, rides towards him and you have no idea how much I needed this. I can't stand to be talking crazy just to look like these in any situation of danger, but there was no way out of this one. You're done. Tom then tries to dip out just for the second car to pull up, hitting him straight off the bike, and they go come out with metal bats and bars. Bro, they just carrying this around everywhere, got them in the inventory at all times. But Hyeon-ju pulls up in the clutch on her bike, doing Brody over here dirty, spinning the block. Tom tackles one of them and this is trash. Brody tried to run in the same direction she was going in. Brain cells of Zeus and B-Lou, straight idiotic. I will never understand this. Bro, just run to the side. But they take out all the guards dipping out, and it's now time for Achilles, Geon-woo and Woo-Jin to do their part. They pull up to the hospital, and the second they get in, they see Popo in the elevator, instantly hitting the dash up the stairs trying to catch it. And bro's just over here investing in Bitcoin. He's just hoping it rises. Don't put his whole mortgage and son's college tuition on it. I need this. But he gets out the elevator, goes to drop off the food just for the squad to pull up from behind, grabbing him and taking him away. Brody got a bit too curious. Body shot left. Should have just taken the food. Achilles then kicks bro down the stairs and peep the walk down. Weave 1-2, grabs him and throws him down the stairs again. The way he grabbed him, I thought bro was gonna ask for a napkin. He then knocks him out and they take him back to the car, and we got Mr. Choi over here trying to learn to aim the pole again. Back in his day, he used to hold it like these, straight blasting guys left and right. Now he's developed a case of stormtrooper aim, absolute bricks every time. But the squad then pull up to a secret warehouse with Popo, and Achilles tells Geon-woo and Woo-Jin to go and make some salt water. Tom instantly knew what they was gonna do. He ain't even part of this life no more, but he's still out here doing straight torture methods. So they then tie Popo up. Geon-woo and Woo-Jin bring in the salt water. Hyeon-ju tries to leave, but they gonna tell all of them to stay under Mr. Choi's order. And what they do next? But it's the equivalent of going to a Soulja Boy concert, cause they gon' start to sand his skin with a sandpaper machine. Bro, what in the actual hell? And the fact that Popo don't even know what's going on, all he can feel is this sudden, unimaginable pain out of nowhere. And to make matters worse, after they sand it, Achilles grabs the salt water, putting it on the wound.
This nigga is crazy.
Got the squad watching in straight awe. Peep Woo-Jin's face, ain't seen nothing like this in his life. This like trying to be one of them fashion guys for the first time, put on a fit and instantly realize you're not built for this. But they continue sanding bro, and this time he gon' pick up a huge chunk of salt, putting it straight on the wound. Bro, I would've been told them everything they need to know. All you have to do is give me a bag of Lay's potato chips and a half-eaten McDonald's double cheeseburger, and I'm telling you everything. You ain't gotta do all this, man. Anyways, after seeing this, Hyeon-ju runs off to vomit, and Mr. Choi pulls up in the V. She's over here tweaking on bro, asking why he made her watch. Turns out he's just trying to teach both her and the squad a lesson to show this life ain't been easy. They can either get out now or they can stay and deal with the hard truth that this doesn't end until someone dies. He's spitting right now. This is what a real Shakespearean is. Show this to guys on TikTok, they gonna be dumbfounded. They be getting geeked off that someone spells this without the TS. But Hyeon-ju leaves and Mr. Choi and Geon-woo go back inside the building so Mr. Choi can interrogate bro, and he gets in his head immediately, saying that if he sends Scott a picture of him right now saying that he snitched, he's gonna send out a bunch of bloodhounds to come and murk him, cause truthfully he don't care about Popo one bit. And Mr. Choi has to be a mind reader or something, cause he gonna start reading out his whole life to him. Got Popo over here tweaking. Bro had to get hit with a pimp slap. That boy calmed down real quick. But Mr. Choi tells him that if he tells him everything, he's gonna send him away to some faraway island with enough money to live for the rest of his life. And bro gon' asks how much money. Is this nigga serious? In absolutely zero position to ask that, Achilles had to sort bro out cause he's just acting stupid. But he agrees to tell them everything he knows while they record, and we cut to Scar having a meeting with Brody who got hit with a humiliation ritual. In that vid, not only cooked bro's life but cooked his fashion sense. Bro went from wearing the cleanest suit and tie everywhere to dressing like he's walking about a week. Dog, he's even got Jordans on. Wait, hold on, let me zoom in real quick. Who is that coming off the goddamn pick and roll there, boy? And after the whole incident, Brody just become a bum. All his stats have dropped and he's just being sunned about every 5 minutes. He ain't even shaven since. This how guys feel about 8 months after the breakup. It be hitting you like a clothesline out of nowhere. You could be having the best day ever. As soon as that clock hits 11 PM, exactly 8 months later, you look like these. So Scar then gets on the phone with Buddy's older cousin who's a policeman and tells him to find the address of Tom who was on the bike earlier. Otherwise he's finna put Buddy's vid online and his whole company stocks are gonna drop purely because of this. And he gon' take his phone and leave. Peep his face, he acting like you gon' do something. Brother, he was right in front of you. He stared you dead in the eyes and treated you like every girl does Jason, straight little bro. Dog, we all know you're not like that. But we then cut to the whole squad having drinks together and having a good time, and this right here is how you know everything is about to go downhill. It's just way too happy and friendly. They over here smiling and laughing like they ain't tortured someone 5 minutes ago. And the fact they made a pinky promise to travel to Rome together, the red flags are just flying around in my head. We then get this emotional moment between Mr. Choi and Geon-woo as he tells him the backstory with Hyeon-ju. The fact that Scar had to use his name to harass people into giving him money is insane. And Mr. Choi tells him that once this is all over, he's gonna build him his very own boxing gym to train to become the champion and build his mom a cafe underneath it. No rent until the day he dies. Now I ain't gonna lie, this scene had me tearing up for real. But from this scene alone, I knew it was all over. Cause that same night, Scar gets a call from Buddy's cousin saying that they found Tom's address. Peep how deep they rolling. Yeah, it's over. They pull up to the spot knocking on the door, and because Brody was drinking like 10 minutes ago, he's cooked, so his pregnant wife goes to answer it. They gon' say they're from the building downstairs and water is leaking down, asking if they can check it. No, nigga! Luckily, as she's opening the door, Tom pulls up and instantly catches on. He looks through the peephole and they over here talking about some Open the door. Tom then takes his wife back to the bedroom, telling her to call the police, goes back out putting a bunch of things in the way of the door, and they is over here trying to break in. They glancing at bro through the window, talking about some you are mine. Took it a step further, broke the whole thing. But Tom was ready, picked up a bunch of knives and got straight to work. Peep the looking. This how guys think they look when they say they gon' look in, just to sell the next 5 games in a row. Dog, get off my squad. The first guy then comes through, knife to the chest. Next, the same thing. And he's over here hitting straight green timings. Everyone who walks through the door is getting cooked. I would have turned back off the scene. The first guy, Brody at the back, is happy as hell he ain't go first. But they eventually go over the fridge, 3-piece block, 1 to the chest, grab the bat, 1 in the shoulder and throw him away, another green bean. He then tackles the next guy, 1 to the neck but gets kicked back, and this right here is when it all starts to go bad. Takes out 1 guy but gets hit with a bat to the head. And bro swinging around like these. Kicked back again and they just start doing bro dusty. But he takes 1 of them out, then the next, then the third, but damn. The next 2 hits I can't show for obvious reasons, but just know that's bar game. And this whole fighting ordeal I could tell was coming from a mile away. The second we found out he had a wife and a kid on the way, I knew bro was cooked. But what I didn't expect was for Scar not to just kill him but kill his wife and unborn child. This is a sick Negro. There's no other way to describe it. I refuse to believe that this man is okay. And this is all for the bread as well. This is what we call pure love of the game. See, a lot of guys wouldn't even commit this heinous act even for revenge, but love of the game is a whole different ballpark. This is straight up evil. Beep his face, he don't care one bit. But Scar then tells bro to tell him the location of Mr. Choi and will let his wife and unborn child live, and we all know this is cap. But no one's in his family to die, he tells them anyways because he has to take the slightest of chances. And now that I'm watching this again, Scar really is just a bad man.
Well, no fucking shit.
This the type of evil you only see in anime, and this, I ain't gonna lie, this is a step above. But moving on, we then fast forward to the next day as everyone's in a good mood, not knowing what the hell just went down. Geon-woo and Hyeon-ju take his mother to live at the orphanage, and Achilles goes back to the restaurant just for Scar to pull up on him. Nigga trying to aura farm, cause there's no way he was just standing naturally in that position, sharpening his daggers before he walked in. Brody heard him coming, said hold on, let me get in position real quick. Gang, this is not tough. And even the turnaround, bro look like the deep. But he then tells Achilles that he killed both Tom and his pregnant wife, and you can just see the pure rage on his face. Ain't no more words needed to be said. He grabs his knife and gets ready to squabble. And other than the 2v1 against Beom, this may just be my favorite fight in the show, pure one-on-one. And on my first watch, I low-key didn't expect Scar to fight as well. I thought he was gonna be like lame-o, straight ass. But the fight starts and Scar is already playing dirty. Knives in the shoes, nigga, what? He must have been to the same tailor as the Kingsman, cause this is just egregious. Even Achilles looked down and realized
this nigga is crazy.
But he charges back in, weave the leg swipe and told bro to back up. He can already smell his hot breath from there, no need to get closer. Gets hit with a knife kick but right to the face, about to give him identical scars on both sides. Weave, block again but gets caught on the shoulder. Blocks the kick, stop that, blocks both arms, tries to stab in the stomach just to see that Brody's got bulletproof armor on underneath. Yo, bro came prepared, gave bro way too much prep time. He basically Batman, came through with everything he would need. He then hits bro with a stab in the stomach and a kick with +5 knockback, got bro leaking everywhere. Listen to the side, bro knew he was cooked, ain't even want the smoke today. He was just trying to come to work and chill after getting lit the day before. But he looks over to a box, opens it and pulls out a damn samurai sword. Dog, what fish are you cutting this with? Why do you have that? Brody got a megalodon in the back. He was saving this absolute unit of a sword for. But he gets back up and starts cooking again. Scar weaves twice but it's not enough. He gets stabbed in the shoulder.
No.
And I don't know why Achilles just don't throw the other knife he has in his hand at Scar right now. Could have finished the fight within 2 seconds. Brody gon' put it in his mouth and push deeper. My guy, what are you doing? He's trying to cosplay as Zoro in a life or death situation. Bro, focus. He even gon' turn around. Unless he don't have the throwing ability of Tom, Brody has no battle IQ. But he then finally goes to end the fight about 10 minutes too late. Gets blocked, takes the other sword out, gets blocked again, blocked a third time and Scar runs, throwing the machine at him. Blocks the next one, Achilles hits the right, tries to end the fight again and Scar must have Hall of Fame chased out an artist or something cause he's just blocking everything. And he even gon' step on his wound, kicking him off, and this is practically GG's. Cause he gets back up, kicks him in the face, cutting him, grabs the samurai sword and with a smile on his face, stabs bro into the fish tank, and that's now game over. And whether I like it or not, I have to give my props to Scar. Even though he had a little extra time to prepare, he won this fight fair and square. I thought Beom was about to pull up out of nowhere with the incredible third party about 5 times during this fight, but no, he actually ran the fair one. Even though my favorite character is dead and I can't stand him, I can't hate on bro. But we then cut to the other goons pulling up to Mr. Choi's crib. Even Beom is there. I can just feel the menace aura seeping off him. But everyone is out the house except for Mr. Choi and Woo-Jin, cause bro was just way too hungover to wake up early. He's over here eating breakfast and sees them out the corner of his eyes. This how it feels to see your homeboy pull up to school with the worst possible cards. You immediately run straight to your other homeboy telling him the news. I bro just came into school with a high top. You both go rush off to slap his head. But in all seriousness, Woo-Jin goes to tell Mr. Choi that there's people outside and he goes to check the cameras and it's true. And bro, you don't have noties on? Bro got the whole app with no notifications. They could have been out the crib already if he had them on. This is the type of sellage that rarely happens. But Mr. Choi tells Woo-Jin to take him to the basement. He's got the pole down there. They run off but the windows get smashed in and Woo-Jin has to leave Mr. Choi to protect them. And he's out here doing them dirty already. This off the wake up. He's still got the dust in his eyes.
Y'all are trash, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are trash.
Mr. Choi gets down into the basement. Woo-Jin picks up a bat and peeps the anger on his face. I've only seen this type of anger in one place. On the face of a man who just got his ball taken just for his homeboy to be the damn giggle monster looking in the back like these. But he starts swinging it around and it's about a 20v1 and none of them are attacking. Dog, you suck. I was joking before but now I really mean it. Beyond and the random then pull up and peep the weave. Would have been game over. But Mr. Choi grabs the pole trying to reload it and the butterfingers are low-key insane. That's how it be in horror movies, gang. Put the key in the door. But Beyond then pulls up throwing a chair at Woo-Jin and he gets hit with a face full of toes. And Beyond leaves as random to take care of him while the rest of them go for Mr. Choi. Sending about 30 guys for the disabled man and leaving one for the actual fighter. What kind of ratio is this? But they get down and Mr. Choi wastes no time to get to blasting, taking out a bunch of the goons. We got back upstairs and they is running the ones and I'm sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game. Brody even has cauliflower ears. I bet gang, I ain't mean to call you a random. But Woo-Jin is just like that. Weave, duck, block, two-piece, weave, body shot, slip, body shot, uppercut, left, send bro flying back. I take back any respect I just gave you. But he tackles him into a pillar and I'm low-key surprised that he's letting the ones continue. They just standing there waiting ideal like this is a game. Buddy over here is just begging in his head that they'll join in. Brody hits him with a left, grabs him again, but Woo-Jin hits him with the disrespectful face grab. But he slips under and hits bro with a damn suplex. Woo-Jin tried to get back up just to get grabbed again and put in the meanest chokehold. I remember being in the same position when the Huz came around me and my homeboy. He ain't boxed a day in his life and suddenly he's now a world champion. Brother, stop. Woo-Jin tries to get out but it don't work. And Buddy gon' pull out a knife, stabbing him straight in the chest. No, why you do that? That's my guy. Not even just once but like 3 more times. This had my mind racing just thinking of ways bro's gonna survive. Cause there's no way, he's one of the main characters. Had me panting back and forth in my room in straight confusion. Even had to turn off the TV and think about what I just saw. I couldn't believe it. But Beyond then pulls up on Mr. Choi hiding behind the chair as he's reloading, and while he's distracted with what's happening upstairs, he grabs his homeboy using him as a human shield. Gets close to Mr. Choi, grabbing the gun and his neck and just peep his face. From that look alone, I knew it was GG's yet again. Cause he throws him away and hits him with a right. Another one. Lifts him up and hits him with Bane's special move. Bro, this was an already disabled man that was made that way by Beyond before and now he gon' do this? Yeah, he's lost it, man. I don't even know what to say, so I'ma just move on. Scar then pulls up, grabs the knife, and officially ends Mr. Choi, stabbing him in the throat. Yet again, this Loki had me tearing up, and this is all for a casino he wants to build. Peep him looking at the money. That brother's starving. But let's just have a moment of silence for both Woo-Jin and Mr. Choi. Geon-woo and Hyeon-ju then pull back up from dropping his mom off at the orphanage just to see that the whole crib looks like KSI in the studio. Straight heat.
Stop the cap.
They run in, Geon-woo grabs Woo-Jin bringing his body outside and he's still breathing. I don't think you guys understand the relief that I felt. This like your homeboy putting up his hand to snitch on you just to ask to go to the toilet. But Hyeon-ju pulls up on Mr. Choi just to see that he's already cooked and starts to cry on his body. Geon-woo then pulls up, realizes that he's no longer alive and takes Hyeon-ju to safety, otherwise she's finna get packed as well. And this is where we cut to Woo-Jin being operated on. And I ain't gonna lie, this whole scene had me in straight tears. Geon-woo crying to the doctor to take more blood to save Woo-Jin, the surgery room, and Hyeon-ju crying. The whole thing was just way too emotional. Furthermore, the whole episode was emotional. The whole squad basically died. We got about 3 more characters left to squabble apart from that old guy. Dog, how do we win this? This about to be the most disgusting mismatch I've ever seen. But we then see Hyeon-ju sitting down, and who the is this? If you guys didn't already know, the actor that played Hyeon-ju got into a scandal and was fired. And unfortunately, she passed earlier this year. Rest in peace to her. Season 2 won't be the same without her. But Hyeon-ju leaves to go live her life without all this drama, and Geon-woo gets the news that the surgery went well for Woo-Jin. Got my boy crying with straight happiness. This how guys be when they find out their homie got rejected. Be the best day of their lives. But the next thing we see is after a massive time skip. I'm not sure how long, but both Geon-woo and Woo-Jin are on a run. They don't even live in the city anymore. They live by the shore now. Got them looking across the ocean talking about some
Shut your lame ass up, man.
But we see them continue to work out, and them boys look like me after a month of not working out, still jacked. And they've even gone up a whole 2 weight classes, and turns out they's living with Mr. Choi's assistant, Mr. O. The only thing these boys missing now is the drip. You saw how Boruto was coming, how is everyone clean? I mean, Woo-Jin used to have the drip, now he's just rocking the plain tee. Dog, how did you downgrade? But they finish working out, go to speak to Mr. O, and turns out they wanna go back and fight Scar and his company. They is not going out on a loss. They talking about one more game. Gang, it's been 5 years. But Mr. O says no because he doesn't want them to go and get packed for no reason. But after getting their cousins to ask instead, they eventually convince him, and he gives them the rest of Mr. Choi's emergency fund and gets them a room back in Seoul. But we then fast forward, they is now living in Seoul with Mr. O's granddaughter, and peep the way they pull up on the fake homeless man from last vid. Straight aura farming. Who was they feeling like? Out the darkness, ain't even say a word. Block right, he turns and sees his other homeboy getting violated. Dog, he's getting hit with straight 200 pumps. Are you seeing this? Had bro in straight shock. But they pull up on him, and without any words needed, bro immediately got to snitching. Ain't even get the quarter-pounder meal deal, folded under absolutely zero pressure. They ain't even have to say a word. Stood in front of bro, he confessed everything. They got the other 2 goons tied up like they some Spider-Man villains. Just left them sitting there listening to their own homeboy rat them out. But Geon-woo's just straight ass at interrogation. He's over here speaking to bro like he's his boss. Woo-Jin had to tell bro to treat him like a Batman villain, straight violate. Now I'm genuinely crying, cause what is this? I ain't never played the Batman games like that, but bro, car on head is insane. But anyways, Buddy tells them everything they need to know, and turns out Lamo is still alive. What do you mean, bro? I thought we got rid of that waste man. How do you survive these? But anyways, after getting all the information out, bro, we cut to In-beom, the businessman that got told to hit the folks on camera before them YNs did him dirty, meeting up with Scar. And bro's over here straight abusing him because he didn't get the contract ready. They even go hold him off the side of the building. My guy, stop the violence. That boy talking about some who movement that is. Young boy, nigga, calm down real quick. So they tell him to get the contract ready, and as he hops back in the V, he gets a DM from Woo-Jin asking him if he wants to help get rid of Scar. Brody instantly got geeked, acting like he just seen fine shit pop up on his story, be having you looking like these. But him and his cousin go to meet them at the bar. Brody done freshen up for this very moment, and In-beom tells them to drink, but obviously Woo-Jin can't because he got stabbed and it tore his liver, so Geon-woo decides to take his place. And bro might be the heaviest of weights. He's straight back in these shots with ease. Brody ain't even struggled one time, and In-beom is over here being one of them guys that start telling their life story when they get drunk, talking about she left me for a dreadhead and he has hemorrhoids. Gang,
We do not care.
But they ain't even end up speaking about this whole operation, cause we cut to the next day and Brody's waking up with the hangover of doom, and Geon-woo and Woo-Jin are making breakfast in his crib. Who are these niggas? But they then eat, and the plan is to get a computer specialist to hack into Scar's phone and destroy the safe using the app he has on his phone. We then fast forward to the day of the lick. Scar pulls up, scanning the code that will allow them to hack into it. They get into the phone, but there's nothing there. They ain't even take into consideration that bro has more than 2 phones. He's got one for his mum and one for Pokemon Go. I'ma stop, gang. But Scar then goes into the meeting, and bro's the damn giggle monster. Got the fattest smile on his face. I don't even think you know what a bad day is. Even asks bro to shake his hand. Dog, no! This is exactly how guys look at you when they have a vid that can ruin your life. They be following you around like these 24/7, putting it on replay. Bro, I will violate you. So In-beom pulls back to the room and they tell bro to stop being a bitch. and tells Scar to delete the vid before he signs the contract. So he goes back to the room and peep the demeanor change. I've seen guys do worse when entering a room with the opposite gender. Go from valedictorian to Timmy Tough Knuckles, suddenly you in a headlock in front of the huzz. Bro, stop. But In-beom tells the lawyer to step out real quick, he needs to talk to Scar one-on-one, and bro gets straight to business. Yeah, before I sign that contract, I'ma need that vid, gang. I'ma delete it when I get home. Yeah, but In-beom tells bro he knows his boy sent it to him. He should delete it while he watches from the sneaker position. He agrees and peep the stress relief. He about halfway to hitting one of these. He pulls out the phone to delete it, but In-beom's got mad with power, telling bro to pass the phone, he'll do it himself. He even stepped closer, all up in his face with his disgustingly hot breath, and told bro if he doesn't, he's finna get his aunt that's the head of the tax service on him. And just like that, he paying about 99% in taxes. Brody ain't taking home a single dime. This practically what the government's doing anyways. But Scar gives him a slap on the cheek. Come on, man.
That's too easy!
The powers just got to Buddy's head, so the huzz was watching in the corner of his eyes. He started doing stuff he's never done before. Just a week ago, he was begging on the floor like these. The huzz watching done gave him superpowers. So Scar gives him the phone, he turns around and connects the phone to the Wi-Fi, allowing them to hack in and delete the clip of him dunking on LeBron. Whole world would have been after him in seconds if that got out. He then gives him back the phone and signs the contract, and the squad is able to incinerate the whole safe, burning all his hard drives and his dealings. So the meeting ends and Scar pulls up to their crib to celebrate, just to see that he's done taken the fattest L. This genuinely might be my favorite scene in all of K-drama. I be spamming this, I ain't gonna lie. But he then calls up his new police informant and tells him to find Mr. O. Dog, what did he do? Brody ain't want no part of this. Told bro to find him for no reason. He tried to live out his life peacefully at the beach. Got a pina colada in one hand while he's watching the sunset. Bro, leave him alone. But we then cut to the squad meeting up with the fake homeless man, and bro done ratted out his crew again, giving them Beom's foul. Got back about enough money to buy a meal deal. Might as well have done this for free. But they then get a text from Beom showing that they got Mr. O, her granddad, and calls them telling them to pull up to the abandoned mall in an hour. I thought she was about to take the next 2 hours to do her makeup. Turns out she's with the smoke. Bro, where did she get this from? It's practically a lethal weapon. They got schools turning kids into the next Hawkeye without question. So they'll get ready to squabble and call a bro that recruited them at the start of all of this to come and help. He got a broken arm and everything, go have it flopping around like these mid-fight. But they'll meet up and peep the face paint. Brody ain't had action in years. This the first time in the field in a minute. He was getting geeked just thinking about it. So the plan is for Brody's granddaughter and him to cover fire from above, and Geon-woo and Woo-Jin to charge him from the front. They pull up inside and it's bout in 100v2, so you already know how this bout to go. The first guy pulls up.
Damn, he really about to rock my shit.
Cooked bro immediately. Peep how he's laid out, would've left instantly after seeing this. Geon-woo was already smoking them, now he gon' come back stronger. He even gon' throw the bat straight back at them. That's how you know he's on timing, ain't even using the bat, they're straight hands. And even though Buddy's on the ground already, nah, that's not enough. 1, 2, 3, peep out they backed up, realize they is not built for this. But the squabble start, and let's just say, sensational. Block, body shot, turned his whole body into a C. Left, right, weave, another right. We cut to Woo-Jin and he's also cooking them. Block, uppercut and a kickback with enchanted +5 knockback, cause how do the rest of you fall? 1, 2, 3 and Geon-woo's just over here throwing straight haymakers. Peep how Brody fell, flipped his whole body upside down. Dog, what are you hitting them with? Straight bricks? Body shot weave right but gets hit in the back, and this when the archer steps in, doing bro like he's in grown-ups. And she just starts cooking the rest of them as well, with the squad finishing them off. Peep how they ran off, so Brody pointed at them and hit the dash. But Blue Shirt runs up after them, so Unk goes to deal with him, and damn, Unk, I ain't know you was like that. Even put bro in a hold. But we cut back to Geon-woo, Beom pulls up on him, the face down begins, and it's on sight. Ain't even think twice about it. And he gon' cook him in one punch. Brother, either Beom's been eating straight cheeseburgers every day for however long, or Geon-woo just gotten that strong cause the fall off is crazy. Even told bro to get up. There's no way out of this one. weave, and starts hitting bro with the Dempsey roll. Body shot, uppercut, weave again, double body shot, and put bro on his knees. He was meant to be a prodigy, he's just a bust. Came into the league averaging 40. He's now averaging 40 honey buns and 2 milkshakes. Dog, you're trash. But Woo-Jin then peeps on getting cooked and pulls up to hell. Brody's been jumped about 50 times, he needs to reverse it. And this even the same guy that stabbed him, so you already know this shit's gonna be good. Kicks him right in the face, left, and starts to mollywop bro. But he gets kicked back and Brody gon' instantly reach for the knife. All Woo-Jin had to say is that he's nothing without it, and you know that pride is the devil, he gon' drop it trying to run the fade. But we cut back to Geon-woo doing Beom like he's a brown shirt, no badges, absolutely violating him. Beom really thought the headbutt would work, take one for yourself. Peep the smile fade, this was speed into Pogba, nothing was funny in that moment, but Beom pushes him against the wall and starts to choke him out. Pause. But Geon-woo's just too strong for that now, breaking out, hitting him with a right, pushing him against the box and starts to go ham on bro until he finally knocks him out. And this time he knew when to control himself. Last time he was about to put bro on a tee. We then cut back to the second main event. Weave, 1-2, weave again, body shot left, double jab, and peep the cutback. Yeah, his nose is cooked. He tries to tackle him, but that don't work. They've gotten way too strong for that, and he hits him with a double body shot and 2 knees to the face, and starts to do bro dirty, and that is now game over for the both of them. But they then wake Buddy up, talking like they quote, and Uncle over here is just ruthless. He gon' put the arrow right next to his family jewels. Yeah, that's all I needed to see to start running my mouth. Had Brody stressing. Unc even started pushing it down further. Buddy instantly started yapping, telling them the exact location Mr. O's at. They then throw Buddy in the trunk and split up, with Geon-woo, Woo-Jin, and Da-min going to get Mr. O. And Unc goes to interrogate Beom to find out where Scar hid all of Mr. Choi's stolen money. Geon-woo then calls Min Beom's cousin for backup, and he gon' tell Scar's informant, not knowing it's him, which allows Scar to know what's happening and who's involved. And yeah, they all got packed up the next day, except from the cousin. He was able to make himself vomit up the poison in time. All he had to do was listen to some KSI. But we then cut back to Unc torturing Beom, and bro's over here laughing. Yeah, it's cooked. The rest of the squad then pull up on him cause they got turned back from the cops cause they couldn't find anything. And Beom is so insane that he gon' bite off his own tongue just to not say anything. Scar might as well have the damn Ambu curse mark on him cause bro, what are you doing? So they're now forced to call the ambulance for him cause if he dies they can't get to the location of the safe. But we then fast forward to the next morning and Scar gon' call them, telling them to meet him at the fish farm at 9 PM, and if they call the cops he's gonna grind up Mr. O. Bro, what? What kind of Jeffrey Dahmer methods are these? Straight up serial killer. What do you mean grind up? He talking like Mr. O's about to be at the next Jamaican festival. He ain't never got this type of motion in his life. But they pull up at 9, dropping Dahmin hella far from the location and put on the gloves ready to violate. These guys got axes and cleaves. Would have been my first sign to leave. And I know that ain't who I think it is, but I genuinely dislike bro more than Scar himself, cause at least Scar ain't afraid to run the ones or even fight in the first place. We haven't seen Brody put up the pause once and he's talking like he's the main man. Bro, I'm sorry, but you're bum. You're bum. But the fight starts, Geon-woo grabs a grate off the ground and Buddy over here, yeah, he's cooked. They continue squabbling, just reverse jumping these guys, and peep Scar's face when he realizes they might actually lose.
Y'all are trash, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are trash.
And it's not getting any better for them, so he decides to use Mr. O's life as leverage, telling them not to move. Just for Da-min to come in clutch with the arrow, hitting him in the shoulder, allowing the squad to get back to cooking. Go and Limo get out of there with a quickness, knew the game was already over, and like I said in my last vid, who were they hiring for this job? Straight bums, cause there's no way you don't win this. But they finished taking out all the bums and save Mr. O, yet again tying them up like Spider-Man villains. And I could have sworn there was more than this. There's like 8 guys here. Back when they were squabbling, it was like a 20v2. The cops then get everyone else involved, including Scar's wife and the inside policeman. Now they have all of Scar's dealings and illegal activities. He's in the bingo book and everyone is looking for him. Geon-woo and Woo-Jin then get into contact with Po again to get an idea of where Scar's going to go and hide and what his movers are going to be like, cause he used to be in charge of all that. And bro gon' ask for $1 billion. After Mr. Choi died, he ain't get the money he was promised. Got bro living in a fortnight one by one, just a mattress and a TV. Was expecting to be living like these. So the squad have to pull up on Min-beom to ask for the money cause they is broke. He eventually gives it to them and Popo tells them exactly what Scar's plan is to do. They then say their goodbyes and pull up to the docks, hopping on a ship that Scar's already on, trying to dip out to Vietnam, only trying to mess with the femboys. They split up looking around and Geon-woo just gonna find Scar out of nowhere, chilling, having a smoke. Brody really thought he was gonna get away. This like your homeboy coming into school with a fresh trim. He trying to run away from the head slaps. Brother, don't fight it. And this may be the dumbest thing I've ever seen Geon-woo do. He gon' shout his name, letting him know he's there. I would've started charging at him without making a single noise. By the time he realizes I'm already in the air like these. So Scar hits the dash, Geon-woo follows just to get hit with a sneak attack from behind. Pause. But peep the Sonic swaying. Brody got the head movement on lock. Another pause. He hits him with a body shot block and starts to push him back. Body shot another right and he gon' hit him with a horse kick, hitting the dash. But we cut to Woo-Jin and he gon' randomly pull up on Lamo, hitting him with a taser. And as he's cuffing him, that boy Beom done already smelt out the third party. He couldn't resist himself, lives for the game. He picks up Woo-Jin, throwing him down the stairs and off the balcony onto a lower floor. Had Brody looking like he's going to a Soulja Boy concert. But Scar then calls Geon-woo up, and is this
nigga
serious? So he was just gonna stand there and wait for you to get up. Brother, no. So he learns from his mistake, getting up on a different platform, and the squabbles are now on. Block, gets weaved into a knee, blocks the right but gets kicked back. And he gon' run at him, kicking Geon-woo onto the next crate. Got my boy looking like he's hitting the Michael Jordan logo. And Beom is over here walking Woo-Jin down like he's the damn Hulk in that one scene. Woo-Jin takes off his jacket and gets straight to work. Throws it in his face, got Brody grabbing his head like he just found out he decides releasing again. Just to get hit with a body shot left, weave right. Dog, are you alright? I was joking about the Hulk, but bro is genuinely tweaking. Woo-Jin then starts hitting bro with that one move behind the table, right to the face, left again, and peep the straight disbelief on his face. Ain't even tried to block it, just let it happen. Weave causing him to hit his own fist. Uppercut left but gets hit with a left, and Beom just can't go band for band with bro. Dropping to his knees and Woo-Jin ends the fight. The fall off from Beom is crazy. Ain't trained one time during the time skip, was just looking like these, sitting around thinking he already won. Nope. We then cut back to Geon-woo, weave, and how about 3 more and a body shot. One to the leg and a Soyukan. Bro's just over here beating on an old man. I know Scar was heated to see bro pull up. We already took away his whole company. But Scar gets out of how Shamik Moore was getting done by Michael B. Jordan. Getting rejected by them both, looking like these with him is insane. He tries to run off but peep the hook down and Geon-woo tackles him off the crate. They get back up. He tries to use the knife in his shoe, stop it. And bro starts hitting him with right after right. And this is what pissed me off. He gon' tell Scar that if he ever sees him again, he's gonna kill him and lets him go. Bro, he's murked countless people and threatened everyone you care about. Murk him. Even if you don't wanna murk him, at least put him in prison. He just gon' dip out to Vietnam, chill with about 20 femboys for the rest of his life like nothing happened. Even though he has no money and will have to get a job, he's still gonna be chilling. I know you guys were mad after watching this too, it can't only be me. But Woo-Jin then pulls up on him and Geon-woo realizes that he's now become a... But they find all the stolen bars that were Mr. Choi's and they go back home in Min-beom, and while on the way he gives them each 2 gold bars costing 50 mil each, and this is now their end. Now I ain't gonna lie, this was perfect, every last minute detail. The whole show is amazing for real. Like I said in the first vid, I'm not a K-drama type of guy, but this trailer alone, I already knew this was gonna be tough. I'ma hit up some other K-dramas you guys put in the comments, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the vid. All glory to God, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.